This is to certify that Movie Chats has been classified for live streaming.
Hey guys.
Good evening, all. Thank you for joining us for another reselling edition of Movie Chat. Now, this is part 2 and the final part of us covering for the Lazy Sods, which is Chris and Belle. They're back off holiday now, I believe, and they're still going to be bothered doing a live stream. So
That's shocking, isn't it?
it is really bad, and you think that they want some sort of commitment from us watching them as well. Steve, I was going to say, how's your week been? But how's your long weekend been?
It's been okay, mate. I got roped into doing some building of furniture yesterday and cutting the grass. So I enjoyed my last day off thoroughly, and then I was back in work today. So yeah, it's been, and to be fair, it's been absolutely miserable today. So that's not too bad. It was lovely yesterday.
It has, Chris. Who needs friends? Evening, Chris. I'm glad you guys had a great holiday. The pictures look amazing. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Chris, did you get to see your little oh no from last week?
We can play it now if you want. I've got
let's play it again. Why not? Because it is a Monday.
Yeah, let's that one.
Oh no.
Got censored.
Oh, did you not share? We can't see any ducks.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's true. That at that point,
that never gets old.
No. We'll have to do them the best bits, for the year, like we did for our first year one. We'll have to go through and catch up all the clips that we know about. Right. So before we start, let's bring on this week's guest. So this week we are happily joined by Paula Marie EMS Den. Good evening, you two. How are you?
Good evening. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Now, last week we had reselling royalty. Now, they've all died. Long live the king. New lot coming in. And speaking of which, good evening, Andrew, sir. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Not bad, thank you, sir.
He always looks like the most skilled person in the room, doesn't he?
Can in hand, that's what I'd like to see.
It is a Monday.
So, Paula Marie, what have you been up to on this very special long weekend? Did you watch any of the coronation at all?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. And Emily had a dance show, didn't she?
Yeah, I also had a dance show yesterday, so that was most of yesterday.
Yeah.
And then today we've just been doing exciting stuff. You've been packing, I've been ironing.
Yeah.
All the exciting things you do over a bank holiday weekend.
And what about you, Andrew? What have you been up to?
I have been watching somebody steal my crown, literally. Live on television. And then I've been spending too much money on bedding, which I'm now hoping I'm going to sell for a massive profit. But we shall see.
All right, I thought you were changing yours then.
No, God, no. It's not a leap year, is it?
Yeah. So apart from gardening and making furniture, have you been up to much, Steve?
Not a massive deal, to be honest with you, because Lou's been poorly, so I've been in the house looking after her and obviously making sure little one's all right. But I popped out for a few bits where I could. I've still got Tam and Belle stuff to post off, so I do apologise, guys. I'll get that to you this week. But yeah, it's just been a bit manic this weekend.
Well, Bell might win again this week, so you can save on
Yeah,
postage.
save it and send them both. No, I'd been meaning to send it out, and then obviously with Bank Holiday weekend, I weren't sure about Friday, and then it was just over the weekend. I weren't sure if they'd be open because a lot of the shops around here didn't open till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and especially the post offices and that they close at 12 on a Saturday.
Well, we were in Macclesfield on Saturday. We went out for a day trip, and all the shops were shutting at 3 o'clock. So they all had signs on saying that they were closing at 3. So yeah, it was an interesting.
I've had to get a new set of drawers to put all my extra T-shirts in that I keep buying from Chris.
Andrew, you still celebrating Wrexham's promotion?
I've not stopped, Alan. I've been drunk continuously for about the last
2 weeks.
Well, it's longer than that. I'd probably say the last 30 years.
So, with this being a reselling show, and the majority of people who are watching already know who you guys are, as I said, reselling royalty. Thank you for coming on such a small channel as ourselves. So, there we go. Paula Marie, what's your go-to? What's the one thing that you sort of navigate towards in the charity shops, and what would your Holy Grail find be?
I might have a bit of a thing about wicker.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. Chris called me Wicker Woman.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like old vintage things. I think that's what I sort of gravitate towards.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're sort of electrical speakers and things like that, aren't you?
Yeah, anything electrical really. I tend to sort of gravitate to that. Multi-listings. Anything that can give me a multi-listing, I do.
Yeah. You become new things, don't you? I think.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm more like single old things.
Have you managed to pick anything good up this weekend?
We haven't been out this weekend.
We haven't been out. It's been quite a hectic sort of weekend, really, with a dance show. It takes a lot of sort of time up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But we haven't been out this weekend, unfortunately.
Went out last weekend to a boot sale and bought some rolls of wallpaper for £1 each, didn't we?
Yeah,
that was quite nice.
It's not like Laura Ashley or anything, is it?
No, it's just I can't remember what the brand is now, but they're sort of K2, is it glitter or something? But they're sort of selling for like $14.95 each. So we're putting the two together for $20.95 and just going to do a multi-listing.
Yeah, so we should get around about with that.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. Then, isn't it?
Worth all the Paul had to lug it all around in the trolley, didn't he? Quite heavy. It was the wallpaper.
Was that the first shop you went into as well? Was it, Paul?
This was around
the boot sale. She tends to find the biggest and heaviest things at the start of the boot sale.
So yes, you're right. It was the start, wasn't it?
It was either the first shop or the first store, wasn't it? Here you go. You can carry that around with you now.
200.
It's like a little game I like to play with Paul. How long before he divorces me? We'd already filled up 2 trolleys before we found the wallpaper, didn't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got to be done.
Well, it hasn't got to be done.
And Andrew, what's your go-to stuff? What are you looking out for at the moment, and what's your Holy Grail? And second part of that is, are you looking forward to Chester Rugby Club starting next weekend?
I don't do car boots anymore, so that won't make any difference to me because I'm too lazy to get up early in the morning.
This one starts at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's early. So I will miss that joy. But I go towards books these days. And my Holy Grail would be like a first edition Charles Dickens. I think I'll do well with that. Or maybe a first edition Ian Fleming signed by the author himself. But yeah, so definitely into the books at the minute. Although today I have been listing bedding, board games, media, and videos. So there you go.
The books are doing well.
Yeah, heavily into the books there. So what's the best book you've had, and what's the best book you've actually sold?
Well, I get one and the same for me, really, because I bought a June book about the a guide to June, the book series.
Mm-hmm.
£1, sold that for 150 quid
Wow.
overseas. Very happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it
I
might cost
remember,
me.
I remember you picking that up. You picked that up in Mold, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
That's mental. 150 quid on a book.
So,
The
yeah.
Harry Potter first edition.
No, I got loads of Harry Potters and none of them are worth anything.
No.
I'm trying to build bundles together and I keep getting like the wrong ones, the ones I've already got. It's not going well.
I got to a point when I was picking them up, the same sort of situation where it was like, have I got this one? I might need this for a bundle, and I've come back and I've got 6 of the buggers.
18 copies of Prisoners of Azkaban. That's the one
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah. I mean,
I think we all know that feeling walking around the boot sale, because all you see is Deathly Hallows Part 1, and everyone's selling it for 15 quid because they think it's worth something. And you're like, that's like the second to last book.
Yeah. Hey, Ali. Yeah, that's it. And it's I think, was it Order of the Phoenix hard books worth a little bit, about 20 quid.
The hardback, yeah.
Yeah.
Certain prints of the hardback, yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously before then.
I'd like one that's worth 500 quid. I'll be very happy. Give that to me for £1.
No, I have this thing about when Lana was doing the reselling and about us going to the boot sales and having that discussion if it was something for me to keep or something for her to sell. When we went out with Andrew, that's the difficult bit, because you've got 2 resellers looking for stuff in the same charity shop at the same time, and I'm still trying to find stuff in there for me to buy, for me to keep. And yeah, it was an absolute nightmare. I swear I'll never do that again.
But after you went out with Andrew, you swore you'd never go into TK Maxx again.
That's right, yeah. Spending 3 hours with TK Maxx watching him following the girl around. I hope he got his number, but I don't think he did.
I made about £2 off that girl.
It's when he was getting escorted out by the security guard. Come on, your parking's up now. Get out.
Yeah, literally, he's had to park there twice.
Yeah, we've had to go round the block to come back in again.
He just said, "Look, what do you want me to reduce for you in the end?"
Yeah, literally, I'll get you out of the shop.
I just got 2 trolleys and she just worked her way through them.
Are they still in your death pile then?
No, I listed and sold all that stuff.
Really? Fucking hell.
Yeah, easy. Still, it's all new stuff. You can plenty of pictures available of that kind of thing.
So I've been doing.
Hey, Kevin.
I've been doing some reselling this weekend. I listed on Vinted. So I listed 11 items over the weekend and had 5 sales, including 2 big bundles as well. So everything I've listed is now sold.
No, really? All of those? All of those?
Everything I've listed is now sold. So it's like, that'll do me.
Wow, that didn't last very long, did it?
No, I've got more to go up as well.
Is it that good, Vinted?
It depends on what you're listing. I'm finding it's either I'm listing some really good stuff that people want, or I'm listing it far too
cheap
low, and people are buying it for the sake of buying it. But I don't mind. It gets it out of my hair, it gets it out of my room. It means I'm making space. You know how busy the Star Wars shelf was. Look at it now. That's because I'm working through it.
Did you get full ask for that figure?
Which one?
The one we spoke about.
It's pending payment, but yeah, full ask.
Oh, that's good then. Who's Donut? Hello.
Good evening. Why did you want it? Because you could always cancel it if you want it.
No, I just like I said to you, I was quite surprised you were getting rid of that. But then obviously you explain why. But Vinted, I mean, there's so many people online sort of raving about Vinted at the minute.
My problem with Vinted is that when people are buying Blu-rays, and I think we spoke about this last week, or I spoke about it in a group chat, you're buying the Blu-ray for £2, all right?
Yeah.
But then you've got the buyer's tax on top of that, so you're saying £2.80, and then you've got your £2.30 postage. So by the time you spent £5 on a Blu-ray that's worth £2, you might as well have just gone to CEX.
Yeah. Well, I bought a T-shirt. I bought a Universal Studios Psycho T-shirt. I think it was Tuesday last week, and I got a message off the seller saying, "I'm in work now, but I'll post it off on Friday if that's okay." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then I got a message yesterday saying it was posted, saying, "I'm sorry, but I've had an emergency at work, so I'll post it. It'll be with you as soon as possible." So I was like, "Oh, right, okay." I don't know what sort of options I've got with Vinted, but the thing is that I went from a £4 T-shirt to another £3 on top with postage and insurance.
Well, I listed that figure, Snake, and it sold within 15 minutes of me listing it the first time. And then I got a message about 4 or 5 hours later saying, "Oh, I've just checked. I've already got this figure. I'm cancelling it," and cancelled the order. I never got a say in the matter. We cancelled it. So I had to take new pictures and get it listed. So I've still got some items on there for sale, but all the ones I've listed this weekend have all gone.
Bloody hell.
And they've gone. They're quick. So yeah, I'm a bit amazed. But like I say, I don't know if it's because I'm underpricing or I've just got stuff that people wanted.
Paula Marie, do you guys use Vinted?
Yeah, we have.
We have for our personal things. We're a bit scared to do it for business because we don't want to get caught. But we have done for home stuff.
So it's
how do you find your experience on it?
Yeah, it's all right. It's easy to list on there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot quicker to list than eBay. We quite like the platform. We're hoping they're going to sort of bring it out for resellers, really, or change it so that resellers business sellers can go on it, because it's a lot quicker for us to list than it is on eBay.
There is definitely lots of resellers on there. When you see what they're getting, and there's a bloke that I get my Transformers off, and he's not selling his personal collection. Let's put it that way. And you can see people that have been going out into shops and doing the retail arbitrage stuff when they're buying it dead cheap and selling it on there. Yeah, but it's so mishmash of the stuff that they're selling as well. It's not like they are selling. Like, I've been selling a lot of Star Wars stuff, so it's not like they're selling Star Wars. They're selling anything from like Star Wars to Paw Patrol, and it's just bonkers. You do a bit of Vinted, don't you, Andrew?
Sorry, what did you say?
You do a little bit of Vinted, don't you?
Just for me personal stuff, same as Paula Marie. I've been on it before, reselling a couple of years ago and got banned. So they've allowed me back now graciously, but I've agreed to comply with their terms and conditions. I know they get a warning within about 5 minutes of signing up for violating it.
I don't. They're quite strict on there. We put some wool on our daughter's wool, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because we saw other people selling wool, so we just assumed that you could sell wool, and got taken down, didn't it?
Got taken down and
we got told off.
Yeah, slap on.
Really,
the
for wool?
For wool, yeah, just new wool.
Balls of wool.
Yeah.
They really pulled the wool over your eyes.
Wow.
Oh God.
So what sort of restrictions is there then with Vinted?
Well, it turns out you can't take any pictures of new item, stock pictures.
So do you mean Andrew's actually got to put his own pictures up?
Yeah, I've got to take pictures myself. So annoying.
So third world country, that, innit?
Yeah, I can't just steal somebody else's. Oh no.
Go on. What else?
You're allowed 20 photos, up to 20 photos anyway. So by the time you got click happy taking pictures of every single angle, you seem to have loads of photos on there, and it takes literally 2 minutes to list an item.
Really?
Yeah.
So you haven't got all the extra crap that you've got to put in on eBay?
No, it's really quick.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You're only allowed to list something once as well. So if you had two of something, you wouldn't be allowed to put the second one up. You're only allowed to list it once. I think that's one of the rules as well.
No way. Oh yeah, I read that. No, I read it actually. Say you can only put one of one thing up.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So my Greg's Primark hoodies, I bought a couple. One turned out to be the wrong size. Great shame. So I sold that on Vinted and got told off for putting 2 on.
2 the same size or 2 the different size?
2 the same size.
Yeah.
But can you get away with 2 different sized ones though?
Yeah, because there's somebody that I followed that's selling a T-shirt in small, medium, large, and extra large. So it's the same. It's the same T-shirt, the same photos, just different sizes in the description.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like I say though, if you have a look at your Blu-ray bundles, because I was looking at one, it was 17 Blu-rays for £3. The poster, the tax was like 80p, 90p, and the postage was £2.30. So they got the postage wrong because they put it as small parcel instead of medium parcel. But then I was looking at the ones that were in there, and I'm like, if I was to trade it in, I'd quite easily get me £3 back.
Yeah. Oh,
but you'd lose out on your postage. But I was like, yeah, if you're trying to build up CEX trading, that's the way to go.
I mean, the thing is that I'd have to scan and check every one of them before I bought it. But there's one as
well.
There's a bundle that's got music on, which is a Sia movie, and it's a rubbish movie, but it's one that I want for the collection. And but I don't want all the rest of them that's with it. You know, but looking at it, there's probably maybe about a $5's worth of value in them.
I've had a sale.
Oh God, here we go.
I've had a sale. I'll even tell you what it is. As we're not
Tell us the price. We'll get to the end of it then.
I've sold GTA 5
on
full asking price on Xbox One. How much do you reckon?
£9.95.
£20.
No, I buy it new for less than that.
£18.99.
Always end in a 5. I do with my full prices.
Okay.
£14.95.
£16.95.
No.
So we've got £7.95, £7.50, £8.95, £6.95.
The closest guess has been £2 out.
Damien's gone £14.
No, it's not that much.
£4.95.
No.
£10.95.
Closest guess has been £1 out.
Come on, guys. What would it possibly be?
£11.95.
Damien's got it. £11.95.
Thank you, Damien, for putting us out of our misery.
I was surprised it was worth that much. I thought it was a 6 or 7 quid game. Was happy with that? Happy with that?
Wow, that is good. Yeah.
That was listed an hour ago.
Bloody hell.
Here it is.
There you go. That's at least another few ciders for you there.
Yeah.
Well, the bloody price they charge for cider in the supermarkets here, this minimum unit pricing. I tell you, Paula Marie, don't get minimum unit pricing into England. It's terrible. £1 a can.
£1 a can.
Here we go. Right. Let's move on to our first oh no of the day.
Oh no.
And this is where Chris copyright strikes us because we keep using his VTs that we stole off his live stream, and I went back and clipped it.
It's a fair usage.
Right, so my oh no for this week is that we were in Macclesfield and we were in CEX, and I was taking pictures of the steel books like I do when I'm in most CEXs and send them to little Steve, and I'm saying to little Steve, how about this one? It's in good condition and everything else. I made the mistake of sending pictures of the Greatest Showman steelbook to little Steve, right? And out of the 3 or 4 that I shared him, that is the only one that he wanted. Now, we'd left the shop by the time he'd replied back to me. So lucky enough, we're running in Wetherspoons having some dinner. And when he sent it, yeah, I'll have the Greatest Showman one. So I had to go back. Yeah, me of all people, have to go back to the CEX, pick up the steelbook of the Greatest Showman, stand in the queue for The Greatest Showman, which then Lana gets a small clip where she went out with a short, by the way. If you haven't already seen it, go and check that out. And then I give it to the girl at the counter, and she goes, "Oh, this is an amazing film." And I'm biting my lip, and she goes, "I really enjoyed this film." And I said, "It's shit," and I couldn't hold it in, and it just came out. It's shit. Don't like it. Don't like it. And then she goes,
Buying it for a friend.
And she goes to me, why are you buying the Steelbook? And I'm like, what do I say? I'm buying it for a friend. And she's like, no, I really enjoyed the film, and I hate the film. And this went around the houses for about 3 minutes while she was getting the disc. Just go and get the fucking disc. Shut up. I hate the film. Done. End up. So my own no is that it's the only thing we bought in Macclesfield as well was the Greatest Showman. Yeah, the Greatest Showman Steelbook. We got more when we came back to Ellesmere Port than we did when we went to bloody Macclesfield. We drove an hour, and the only thing we bought was the Greatest Showman.
You're welcome, mate. Thank you.
No, it's on its way to you anyway, Steve.
Oh, already? Thank you.
It got posted yesterday, so it's and it's got the sleeve in as well for the like 5 3D thingy. So there you go. I've never been that one. I'm sending it to you. So there's my own no. You're driving hours down the road to go to a nice little place to go and have a look at all the shops to find. Most of them were shutting at 3 o'clock, and the only thing you buy is The Greatest Showman, which wasn't even for me.
Wow.
So yeah. And to make it worse, Lana caught it on camera as well, me paying for it.
Oh, yeah, he's digitally on there now as well. It's going to say CEX on your statement, and you're going to know what that's for.
Yeah, the good thing is, though, is
that though is friendship, isn't it? That right there.
What dedication? I know, mate. I know.
You know full well I wouldn't buy it for you. I'd be like, no chance.
Well, I sent him. This is where he pulls it out now that he's already got it. Watch.
Yeah, what's that?
So I sent him The Greatest Showman, the Groundhog Day, and the new Rocky Steelbook. It's got Rocky on the front with Apollo Creed. And the one he picks was The Greatest Showman. Lucky enough, though, I never handed my CEX card in. So it's not on my membership that I've actually bought a copy. So I can at least deny it, apart from anyone that's now saw the show or saw this live stream of me saying I've bought a copy. So, yeah, it's a good job we're not a big channel, isn't it? And millions of people watch us.
So, I did a bit of trading last week, and I picked up the Carry On collection. Now I thought, you know what? It's 30 movies. I've never had it on DVD. I'll pick it up. So I paid like 20 quid for it. Well, obviously trading, but £20. And then I did some research when I got home and realised I should have known, really, because I went and saw this one at the cinemas, that there was another film. That wasn't the whole collection. And the thing is, I knew CX had this one in, and I spent 2 days racking my brains as to whether or not I should pick it up. But the completist in me was driving me bonkers, so I ended up having to go out and get Carry On Columbus for £12.
Why didn't you just return the box set instead?
Because the thing is, I'd seen this at the cinemas, so I knew this existed. But at the time, that was in the window, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll have that. And when I got home, I was like, that's missing one, I'm sure it is. But I walked away from it, and obviously was like, yeah, that's fine. But there's about 3 of these in CEX across the country.
How much did you pay for your box set, Steve?
£20. Well, I didn't. It was trading, but it was £20.
Have you seen Paul's comment?
I just bought the Carry On set. Yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. So there's
Evening,
my own
Paul,
now.
Evening, Paul. Evening, AJ. Thanks for joining us, guys. I was watching AJ and Matt's live stream. I was watching AJ's and Matt's live stream at the weekend, and they were talking about sci-fi stuff. So they were talking about Babylon 5 and stuff like that. And one of the series that somebody mentioned in the chat is a series that, I I love, which was Space Above and Beyond. And little Steve, the little get, and this could be another oh no of mine. When we were in one of the charity shops in Ellesmere Port, the lady let us root through a carrier bag full of stuff, and I went first and and sort of just skipped through it and didn't see anything that I thought that I'd like. Little Steve goes in there and takes him out one at a time, doesn't he? And he ended up with a complete Star Trek Next Generation box set on Blu-ray. He ended up with a few other bits and the full series, or the only series of Space Above and Beyond on DVD. And he's looking for it now. And if he's trading it in without sending it to me first,
it's there. It's up there. He's just on the really high shelf.
And then to make it worse, when we went in, the woman said, "Oh, I haven't sorted any of this out, so I'll just charge you £3 for the box sets, £3 each for the box sets." And he went, "Done." He came out with a big carrier bag full of stuff for about £15, the little get.
And you were crying your eyes out, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Yeah, stop it. Stop it.
That was amazing. But this is, I mean, you don't get like that. You don't get like that all the time. You know, it's look at the drawer, isn't it?
The trick is just have a look at the big bag and go, too much for me to source out there, love. I'll give you £5 for the whole lot, save you the effort. And then you walk away with all of it.
Well, I did that last week with that Poirot. When she's like, "Oh, I'm going to have to charge you at least £3 for that," and I was like, "I'm having that. Thank you very much." I was just praying when I got home that that every disc was in there, because this stuff hadn't been sorted. It literally just come straight in. But yeah, it was a good day, that one, Steve. I remember that.
Just got to remember the look. There's a lot in there. I don't know if I fancy going through all that. I'll give you £5 for the lot.
I think that's what I've done. I saw like the Thomas the Tank DVDs and stuff like that were in there, and just sort of must have just missed all the good stuff right at the bottom of the bloody bag, and he took everything out one at a time. And
I found Harley Davidson t-shirt the other day for like £2. That's I'll give it a wash. That looks all right.
I'm going to get back to listing the clothes, I think, because other stuff is not selling as well. I think if I whack on a few clothes, which is some money. I got some Harley Davidson t-shirts that need listed.
No, I've got a new video coming out.
See, the thing is, I would imagine you got an echo.
Is that me?
No, it's Andrew. I would imagine, Paula Marie, the stuff that you sort of list doesn't tend to be a sort of seasonal, does it? It can be all year round, really.
On the big store, it tends to be all year round, doesn't it? But we've also got our second store is just clothing and shoes.
Oh, really?
So that is quite seasonal. Yeah, we set it up in June last year, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Doing like a challenge thing for our daughter, raise money for her birthday. And that was one of our downfalls really with it, is that when we had a good summer, and then when we got to autumn, we realised that it was sort of dropping off a cliff, and we couldn't figure out why. And it was because
we didn't source the right clothing.
In the summer, we weren't getting jumpers ready for the autumn. And
what you need is about 30 boxes of cycling jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
And I know somewhere you could probably get some of those.
So
we've got some cycling jerseys. We just listed them. About a week ago, we've listed.
Go on, Andrew.
I've got a box of cycling jerseys somewhere. There's a £250 cycling jersey in it, and can I find the box? Can I not? I opened it on YouTube, and then I listed a few, and I thought, I can't be asked for this now. Put the rest away. And then somebody messaged me a few weeks later. Oh, I just seen your video. Sent me a picture. That one you've got there, £250. Oh, can I find it? No chance.
Wow.
So I've got a question for Paula Marie. As you know, for the last two charity weekends that in September, October they've been in, we've been on the show, or we've been on the weekend. We've been on different shows. Are you guys going to take part in that this year? Are you going to have your own hour slot and do a Paula Marie charity video and a charity hour? And if so, what would your go-to be? Because this year I've signed Andrew up to running a 5K with me, which I'm hoping he's in full training now. We haven't forgotten
I forgot about that.
How did you forgot about it?
When are we doing that?
Whenever the charity weekend is.
Oh, let's hope it's December.
And don't
It'll be
don't
October or
tell me you
something,
forgot about it, because you work the route out, the 5K from your house to the pub.
Oh, I've completely forgotten about it. Stop.
So what would your 5K equivalent be? What would you do?
10K.
Yes.
We couldn't even do 1K. We've seen
No,
us.
Christ.
I think if we were going to do it, I mean, we this is why we always sit at this table with covering up the worst
table
bits.
hides it all, yeah.
I tried to
I
do
think
that with my camera, but you can still see the rolls.
I got a suggestion. For you, Marie. You like jigsaws, don't you? Speed jigsaws.
Wow.
How many jigsaws can you do in an hour? Speed jigsaw making. You give a couple of quid to charity for everyone you do, so you probably don't want to rush it.
They've probably got about 3 or 4 jigsaws on the go, haven't they? Just like this.
Yeah, speed jigsaw.
Yeah. That might be really interesting watching, wouldn't it?
I think we've always sort of said we wouldn't do a live, haven't we? Because well, you see what we're like. We're quite, we're not that exciting. We're quite shy, aren't we? It's that sort of dead air bit that worries us. Would we not be able to say enough? I think.
Listen, don't talk about dead air. I do a show with little Steve.
It's a difference between trying to get a word in edgeways.
We'd do games, I think, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it would be more games and that sort of thing.
Yeah, we do at Christmas. We do the games for our family on Boxing Day, and we make up games, all silly games, and we always have a bit of a laugh, don't we?
Yeah.
So I think if we were going to do anything, it would be that sort of thing.
You could play a game.
We sort of joined in last. We didn't go meeting, but we didn't. We didn't.
And a really intense version of Kaplunk.
Yeah, you could play a game. And every time a marble drops down, you get slapped in the face with a fish. Stu Mandary's got a question here for the resellers on the panel. Have you ever sold anything movie related but wish that you have kept it?
All the time, Stu. I get really good books come in, rare books, Star Wars, Doctor Who ones, all the rest. So I think, what I'll do is I'll list them high at a price nobody's ever achieved before on eBay, because then I can keep it. What happens? Somebody comes along and pays the stupidly exorbitant price that I've listed it for. Just my head in. I mean, I'll throw the money. I had a Star Wars annual. It's probably worth about £5. I listed it for £25. Somebody from America bought it.
Star Wars annual?
Yeah, it's an Ewok one from the 1980s.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it cost me about 50p. And I thought, I'll put it up for £25. Nobody will pay that because you can get them for £6 or £7. Unfortunately, they sold out worldwide. I had the only one. So somebody come along and pay for it. I had a Doctor Who book. I paid about £1 for that. That sold for £30. I was devastated.
Really?
All the way to the bank. Very disappointed.
Oh, I'll tell you what, actually, before we carry on, just one quick thing, Steve.
Oh, no.
All of a sudden, little Steve finds out where's the buttons are kept.
So it comes to my attention. It came to my attention through another couple of resellers that may or may not go in the dumpsters. That there was a bit of a cock up on the video last week, Steve, on the live.
What's that?
Yes, there was a little bit. Now, if I had the video, I would be showing you right now. So you're lucky you got away with this. But it turns out that for any eagle-eyed person, they could see you get changed in the TV when you change your T-shirt
you want me to go and get changed now in front of the camera?
Just do it on camera, mate. It's easier. I've seen it all through the screen. But it got mentioned to me the other day, and I was like, no way. And I went back and I was like, you can actually see you getting changed in the background.
It's all right. I go swimming. I go swimming. People see the beached whale all the time. What's the problem?
What do you mean, beach whale? The chiseled body you're talking about there.
The chiseled body of Ned Flanders. There we go.
I was like, I've got to let him know, and I completely forgot about it. But yeah, there you go. There's a little no-no for you. Anyway, Paula Marie, have you ever found anything movie related that you wish you hadn't sold, or anything related, anything that you have that you'd wish you hadn't?
I think I used to work for Bandai, who did all the Power Rangers right from when they first brought out all the Power Rangers, and for years Paul used to sell brand new Power Rangers for what, 20 years? Almost 20 years he was selling them. And we sort of wish we'd kept hold of some of them because they're worth a lot more now. We also did the Brat Styles, didn't we? When Emily was small, we used to sell a lot of Brat Styles. Didn't keep anything like that, and then now we wish we had, because everything like that is worth a fortune. And we just sold it when we had it. We didn't.
Yeah.
I think we probably needed the money then, but it would be worth so much more now if we'd have actually kept them. But yeah, so sort of regret that a bit.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem, you see, because one of our friends of the family, she used to work in the hobby shop, Toy Master, when that first opened up. And when Transformers was first released, she brought 2 Optimus Primes, both in the box, and she said, I don't know what these are. We just got new stock in. We're starting to sell them next week. I was like, great, no worries. Like, my mum took them off him, so I was allowed to play with one, and she's put one in the loft. And it's just like, I can't get in my mum's loft now to go and get the box one. So, yeah. So you're saying there, keep them boxed and keep them away. You've got to remember they're up there. And every time you have a clear out, you've got to remember not to clear them out. It's like Everton programs. You've got Everton programs right through the 70s through to like 2010s when we used to go.
They're not worth anything. I got a box of them. I had a huge amount of Everton's programs. They're not worth anything. Don't worry about those. They're like, if you get one from say an FA Cup final, something like that, that's got value. But if it's just a normal game, people don't buy them.
I'll tell you what, I need to just it was just come to mind then. I bought a couple of football shirts from Whatnot, from this guy on Whatnot, and for whatever reason he sends out like the Topps cards and stuff. Anyway, for this last one that I got off him, he sent me a football program, probably from about the 80s, but it's Wrexham. And it was just literally the weekend that they won that thing. He sent me this blooming Wrexham program. I was like, all right, okay. I've not had a look at it, but I can't imagine it being worth a lot of money.
No, I know. Right? Funny enough, if you went to the Wrexham club shop this year and bought a Wrexham shirt, 55, 60 quid, you get 130 quid on eBay for those because they didn't make enough of them. The number of people wanted to buy it. So there is Wrexham stuff that's worth really good money, but the programs. It's same with any football club. If it's a match where they've won something really big, like for example, when Wrexham won the league against Bournemouth, that program will probably be worth something. But any other program this season, maybe the Notts County one, nothing else will be worth 2-3 quid maybe in 20 years time. Nothing. So not big money in football programs unless it's from a big match, like Champions League win.
The stuff there from like European games and stuff like that are signed from players, and
if it's signed by the players, you might get some money on it. But...
Yeah, I do need to bite the bullet and get up in the mum's loft and find out what's there, because I've got all the Manta Force ships and stuff like that from when I was a kid, and I'm sure we kept all of them and whatever. Chris, they're talking about Whatnot. Are you doing Whatnot Wednesday this week? Oh, yeah, by the way, we nicknamed you Whatnot. It's got to be on a Wednesday now. It's Whatnot Wednesdays.
Well, it won't be Whatnot Tuesday. It's Champions League Tuesday this week.
Is that where you're getting knocked out the Champions League?
No, that'll be the week after.
Is that the week after?
Yeah, I think so. Or the week after that, maybe. That game, that Castlevania game, that is one to look out for, isn't it? I think I remember seeing that on the channels.
Any of the versions are worth something, but if you get the signature edition, the limited edition, signature edition, complete with all of the artwork and everything else in it,
Yeah.
worth good money. The one I had was half incomplete. It still sold for a couple £100. It cost me £1.
Wow.
I was just there, they put it out. I thought, oh, that looks like something. I'll take that. Here's £1. Checking it out as I was going back to the car, I was like, oh my God, I nearly crappy pants.
I'll tell you what, it's weird because try this again. It's really weird because there's a proper rush when you find something that you know is worth a fortune and the person that's selling it don't. It's like, especially with charity shops, because the thing is with charity shops nowadays for me is they've hiked the prices up. So rightly or wrongly, they've hiked the prices up. And I know this is a conversation that's happened for ages. But when you manage to just get that one item that you know full well that they didn't know, it's like a little victory.
Right.
We just sold a book on Amazon for $99.99 that we picked up for £1.50 in a charity shop.
Wow.
So you're right, it does feel good when you find something that's good.
That second I see it and I'm like, right, I start shaking sort of thing. I'm like, oh, I'm picking that up, definitely.
Try and play it down, don't you?
Yeah. What do you want for this?
Let's move on to This Is Heavy, shall we?
Yeah.
Great Scott. I know, this is heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's heavy.
Okay, so this week's This Is Heavy is my Q mug. Now, Q is a character from Star Trek The Next Generation. I went in to buy Transformers in game and I come away with this. So, it is a proper mug. You can use it.
Is that rubberized around it as well?
And it's rubberized around it so you don't burn yourself. Okay.
Got to guess the weight of it.
You've got to guess the. You obviously haven't been watching Cookie and the Haydens the last 3 months, have you?
I don't watch anything on a Monday night. Normally I'm doing my shipping.
So it's a Q mug. It's not overly heavy. You know? Oh, Picard, I'm going to get you. So, little Steve, I've sent you the weight in Messenger.
Yeah.
Okay, give them another couple of seconds.
I am going to go 397 grams.
Okay, and he's on 397. So don't forget, it's the closest without going over.
If I get this right, I've got a new mug.
Paul, Marie, are you having a guess?
We've done our guess, but we think we've gone way over.
Way over. Okay.
We're the highest.
Steve, would you give us a 10 count?
Okay.
Go on, give us a 10 count now.
We got one.
Oh, everyone's guessed now, so go on.
Okay, so we'll just go hammer then. 3, 2, 1. And that's just changed that's not what I needed to do. There we go.
Oh, can you train your
For some reason I pressed enter and the whole screen just went full screen. I was like, that's not what I needed.
How hard is it to type the word hammer?
It's very difficult.
So, Steve, if we've got anyone close, who's the closest?
I think one of the originals up the top was the closest, which is...
I think it's Phil, isn't it?
Yes, I got Phil at 428.
Okay,
so
the answer...
Correct...
Go on, Steve.
The correct answer was 446. So well done, Phil.
Well done, Phil. You've won yourself a Q mug.
Yeah.
You're fucking joking, aren't you? So, I buy this right when I'm in game, And I'm like, oh, well, I really want the Q mug. So it was hiding. Do you know when you're paying for stuff and you have the shelves behind you where everything's on discount? And I'm paying for my Transformer, and I turned around and I saw this, and I went, oh, go on, I want this. How much did this one cost me?
Hang on. Remember what price you told Lana first before you say it.
Lana was with me when I got it, so it's not a problem. $17.99 this was.
For a cup?
Yeah. Now
you can tell he's not bought a mug from me before, can't you?
Now,
use it dearer.
See, I had to leave the receipt in it so I can remember how much I paid for it because it was damn, 18 quid. Now, I went in a couple of weeks later and they've got a couple of other Star Trek characters. They've got He-Man and Skeletor. This is going to turn out like Chris's bloody tiki things when they all go across there. And they've got Bumblebee, Megatron, Starscream, and Optimus Prime books now. So I'm going to get a collection of Star Trek. I'm going to get a collection of Star Trek, collection of Transformers, and a collection of He-Man. And they're all going to go across there like Chris's tiki mug.
You know what's going to happen here is I'm going to buy the Optimus Prime one, and then I'm going to charge him twice for it. I'm going to have the only one left.
No. So there you go. Yeah. I assume there's other Star Trek mugs. Yeah. Yeah. Go to game and go and have a look. Yeah. And
they won't have no game in Droitwich. You got no chance.
So I've got a couple of the Star Trek Applause ones up there. There's Quark and Deanna. But these are Skull Crusher, Skull Candy.
Skull Candy. Skull Candy, that's headphones.
Yeah, it's Skull something. Numbskulls.
Numbskulls, right.
That's it. And I got 72 points on my game card as well.
Which equals to what exactly?
Well, if you spend £100, you get 10p off.
That seems like an absolute bargain.
It's worth it though. When you're considering the fact that if you're in CEX, you get nothing at all for being a member.
72p, 10p off. It's brilliant.
So yeah, spend £1,000 and get nothing at all. You're not collecting 18. Yes, I am. That's why I'm making space.
It's all right. It's all right. I've resolved this situation now. I've made it an offer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that you've been cut out there, Steve. That's it.
You're joking, aren't you, Andrew? She won't buy me anything for her wages.
Birthday presents.
Yeah, my birthday is coming up, actually. It's in July. There you go, babe. You know what you can spend some money off.
You know what'll happen, though? She'll get you some, and you'll go out and buy them anyway, and then it will start that circle again.
Oh, no, that's I'll go there. Gotta ruin Christmas. No.
It's happening, I'm telling you.
The thing is with that whole ruining Christmas thing is that she tells me not to buy anything in August because Christmas is coming. So by the time Christmas has come and I haven't got what I sort of threw loads of hints at, I've gone out and bought it myself, she gets upset. And I'm not the only person that happened to as well, because I remember Chris having that same conversation with Belle.
I got to the point the other week where I literally said to Lou, right, from now on, this is what I'd like. Because signal. Oh, no, it's all right. So I just got to a point where I was like, there's no point buying me stuff that I don't particularly need. I want.
The best thing you can buy is an experience for somebody. And here at Monumental Industries, experiences are exactly what we offer. I can take you down the World Heritage site.
Is this what it says on your Tinder?
This has been, well,
great experiences at low prices.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I will, Lana, you give me 50 quid or spend the day sorting my stock out, either way, and I will take Steve around the World Heritage site and give him a tour like he's never had before in his life.
The Weatherspoons and Wrexham It's not a World Heritage Site, though, Andrew. Let's just make that clear.
Well, that's the final destination. We'll go other places first.
Mm.
Well,
No, to be honest,
you can visit it
be
when
honest,
you're
for my
running for
birthday-
charity.
For my birthday last year, they did get me a quad biking day, which is what I'm doing. Not next weekend, the weekend after. So, yeah.
Everything is non-refundable.
Told you, I'm still getting asked by Jeff if I've really enjoyed the money that he donated to your channel for my birthday.
That was my most profitable stream this year.
For a while. Now he's got a calendar of everybody's birthdays just to see if they fall on a Friday.
So, Paul Marie,
birthday live.
Paul Marie, do you, when it comes to birthdays and stuff, do you dip into the death pile and that'll do? And
I grab you this.
everyone get like a little wicker, like toilet hole.
Who's getting warm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really buy each other anything, do we? We've been
Not
together, what, 24, 25 years?
Wow.
Yeah, I've got to work that out.
So we
Yeah.
sort of don't really buy each other anything, do we? We normally go out and have a nice meal or something like that, don't we?
We have the odd
weekend away,
and
yeah.
all that sort of thing, yeah.
But we've pretty much got everything
And,
now. So,
and who made that decision of the marriage?
No, we sort of, if we want something, we just tend to get it, don't we? But it's difficult when you've spent years buying second-hand things. You don't tend to buy much new.
You don't want
you
to, yeah. You really don't.
You get it at the boot sale. You just sort of hang on, don't you?
Yeah.
And what you see might not be exactly right, but it's sort of it's cheap, so you get it anyway.
Yeah.
That's what we do, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
It definitely
Lana.
opened my eyes to what I'd spend on new stuff, to be honest.
Lana's calling me big now, right? So we set up a shared playlist on Spotify. Do you know where you can blend your playlists together? And I'm not sure if this is going to show you.
What exciting news is this?
I don't know. But look what Spotify called our joint playlist, Lana and Big. Lana and Big.
Hang on a second. Exciting news, Steve.
Lana's
You're not
pregnant.
moving to Wales, are you?
No, we're moving to
Oh,
Torquay.
fuck me. Everyone's moving to bloody North Wales now. Forget about it. It'd be like
This is
Right,
going
forget
this
about
way.
it.
We're going that way.
it'd be like all these boot sale videos I've seen recently. Flipping soft, Ricky resells, Bowl Fan,
Oh.
that Jammy Dodger or whatever it's called, Jammy Dodger. They're all just at the same car boot. It's like fucking Inception. all throwing each other. Who's picked up what this week? And I'm like, hang on, I've seen that bloke selling stuff 2 weeks ago on someone else's video. You took 2 weeks to release a video. Get better.
I think someone's
Sounds
got away
like
from
somebody
money.
else. It sounds like somebody else that we know, doesn't it, Steve? You know.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Bruce.
The right, our big
that's
news.
fine.
Right,
That's fine.
I understand what you mean about big
Can
news now.
you do the drove? Thank you, though.
Yeah, that reminds me. I've not had the brew in about an hour and a half. Lawrence, where's my
You need
brew?
to get the PA on it, mate. I had to email mine.
So our big news, right? So last week, I had to go back and I had to rewatch our stream again, right? Because when I run the duck race,
That's how we get the views up on this channel, people. We just watch our own things again.
you've got to watch your own content. If you've got 40 YouTube accounts, you might as well make them work, Jeff. You know, I still see that you've only subscribed with 2. Still got another 30. So,
Just saying.
so I went back and watched our stream again just to see how it played out. And when I got to the duck race, I did notice how, and I'm not going to hide it, poorly the duck race had ran. But when I was running it on my screen, it ran perfectly. It wasn't freezing. So I was wondering what what Lindsay and Alvin and everyone else was seeing. So I went back and watched it again. So we've upgraded our broadband now. So we've gone from Fab Fiber to Super Fiber. So we get double the broadband speed and double the upload speed than what we were already on. The problem with it is that because we've done it over the bank holiday weekend, it doesn't kick until tomorrow. So tonight's duck race is going to be ran by little Steve. So shall we do the duck race, little Steve?
2 seconds. Let me just reshuffle these.
The crowd is waiting here now.
All right, okay. Right. All right, so we're doing the duck race then. Right, okay.
Yes.
So I want to go and present, don't I?
He's on top of things.
Present, yeah?
Yeah, present. Make sure you click the duck race tab.
There we go.
My God. Do you know if you turned up with more than 30 seconds left to go before we went live, I could have walked you through this.
Hey, stop trying to mute me. You're supposed to be doing a duck race.
Right,
Now, this is what you call dead time, Paula Marie. You see what I mean now about working with little Steve?
But the look of concentration on his face, though. He's never had
Do you know what? Oh, do you know what? Though, through his...
I'm not doing it yet, am I?
Oh, it's going brilliantly, isn't it?
Do you know, looking through the reflection on the lens is just like watching you on that 8-bit H's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah, except that I was quicker to give the answers than this.
Are you sharing it, Steve?
All right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do the commentary about
I know, I'm trying to do it, mate. It's asking me to do all sorts here.
Number 50. Adam off. And the first duck in the race is Monumental UK. He's winning hands down. There are no other competitors. Oh, hang on. Paula Marie have just come up. Taking it from behind. Are they going to take the lead? No. Carboot Chris has appeared from nowhere. Sam and Bell just coming up now.
So this is definitely Chris's own for next week.
No, for some reason it's asking me to.
Interrupted the commentary now by swearing.
Come on, Steve. I'm
going to set my
slow Wi-Fi.
It's going on about. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll copy this.
Give me the links. I will make it happen. I sent to myself.
See, we never had any of this last week when I was running it.
I'm going to use a different thingy, mate. 1 second.
Hang on. We're coming to the finish line, and Monumental UK has won, and he's won the Q mug.
So, on a duck-related query, while Steve's trying to get his head out of his ass, have you guys actually won a duck race?
No,
free.
We've not even come second or third, I don't think, have we?
I don't think so.
I entered one and my duck sank. I didn't even know they could sink. I mean, it's literally swimming. it's one job in life. Nope, sunk.
No,
I think we've been in every single one apart from the one when we forgot one week. We've been in every single one apart from that. Never even come close. Some people won 3 times, haven't they, huh?
Yeah.
But no, not us.
As you know, when it comes to 9 o'clock, I start turning into a pumpkin. So the only time I stayed awake to watch a duck race, that little git won. Didn't you, Steve?
That was ages ago.
Yeah. And the week that I won, I was asleep. I didn't even see it.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Well, wants to
yes, the prize is co-hosting next week's movie chats because little Steve's getting sacked after this performance.
Hey, it's not my fault.
I've heard the prize is Lana's going to take me to Wetherspoons.
Thank you, guys. Yeah.
She might take you to Wetherspoons, but you're paying.
God, I've got to tell them.
Do you want me to load it up? Do you want me to do it?
No, mate. I'm just... Give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to sort it out now.
Hang on. I've got the watch out. It's okay. Done. 2 seconds.
So, are you guys up to anything this week? Are you going to any of the new releases or anything like that, movie-wise? Or
I don't think we are we?
No.
The last time we went to the cinema was when we saw James Bond, wasn't it?
The original Dr. No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are old.
yeah, we're not that old.
I tell you, who could be your co-host? Mel.
Well, you want
Back from
Mike to
burnout,
do the
mate.
pre-record. You want Mike to do the
2
pre-record.
seconds, guys. I'll
and
be
you want
back in a
Mel to
minute.
do the live streams.
Yeah, Mel do the live.
I'll
And
be back in a minute.
We need to keep Mike away from the live, and I'll come on as well.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Tam and Bell. We've got another random neighbor. So, Mike's doing the reviews at the moment for the new films. He goes to the cinema every other week and watches the new films and new releases and stuff. And Mike's looking at getting into YouTube. So to get himself comfortable in front of the camera, he's been doing some reviews for us. So he's getting used to talking and used to doing the editing and stuff like that. And then I do some extra editing on the videos before we send it out. It's beneficial to me because Steve's now done 3 reviews, so he's done more content for the channel this year than little Steve has. So brilliant, you know. And Mike's now starting to start his own YouTube channel. And he's going to be doing Gundam models, you know, the miniatures that you're making, your paints and stuff like that. And that's what he's going to be doing. So yeah, it's helping Mike out. It's helping us out as well. And hopefully you're enjoying the content.
I've got some suggested content for Mike and Mel as well. It involves OnlyFans.
Yeah,
I will happily do the editing, even though I don't know how to edit, but I will get involved.
Do you know what, Porkies? I might just do this myself. You know,
65 come out now.
65's been in the cinema for about a month or so now. Yeah.
Excellent. I'll wait for that to come out on the subscription service I pay for.
I understand is it Ant-Man's out next week on Disney Plus, isn't it? Is it Ant-Man that's out next month? Next week, 17th?
I have no clue. Lucas will know. He pays my Disney Plus subscription. I just get told what I'm watching on it.
There we go. Can you see it now?
No.
Yes.
If this is the doctor.
Can you see it?
No.
Steve?
Yes, we've got it. Yes.
Right.
I can't hear it.
About 35 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. We've got to drag this show out longer than Chris's, so let's go.
Right. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Is there supposed to be sound?
We don't have the special effects.
There's no music, Andrew. I thought you were doing a commentary.
All right, okay, right. Carboot Chris is taking the lead here, clearly cheating, but Shabba has just come on and overtook him. What have we got here? Oh my God, who's invited Phil Higginson to be part of this? Get rid of this. He probably, bloody God, Shabba in the purple duck, taking the lead. He looks like he's choked himself to death there. But EMS Den, you're coming up in the red. But Alan Starbuck just taking. No, he's doing shit.
See, Carboot Chris, that's what happens to my duck.
EMS Den's in the lead. I can see Richard Payne making a late dash for it alongside Lindsay and Alvin, who I assume are LNA, otherwise somebody's spelled B&Q wrong. DB Reseller's now falling behind. Kazi Carl losing it. Richard Payne and EMS Den are in the lead, but there's still over a minute to go, so ignore both of those. They're going to lose.
Put your feet up.
D is there on the outside. That's not D for Dick, by the way. I think it's a surname. It might be. Who knows? Limelight Vinci is still in there. Lisa's still in there. Somebody Parks, we can't quite see your name. Elaine Parks, used to have a teacher about that name. Jason Entwistle is just slowly making his way in on the outside lane there. But Junie D currently in the lead with a big 14 on his side. Don't know why the 14. Alvin is falling behind. Alvin, how come you've got 2 entries here? That is clearly cheating. You got Alan A and Alvin. Alvin and Lindsay and Alvin both disqualified now. I'm like Vincent coming along, but Junie D still. Oh no, hang on, is Shabba making a late comeback? It's between Shabba and Junie D. Come on.
No, it's not.
It's going to be Lisa.
Coming up. Where's Lisa coming from? She's looking a bit green there, a bit green around the gills, but is she going to make it? Nope, Kazzy Carl has come in.
Kazzy Carl, well done.
It was so close.
So even with 19 ducks, EMS Den cannot get a break.
Let us congratulate Kazzy Carl there on winning a Q mug.
Yeah. If you can contact myself or Steve on movie chats, then I'll get something sent out to you.
A Q mug will be winging its way to you.
It's a technicality, Andrew. Well done.
Yeah, no,
Well, see, that was almost seamless. How did it run?
It ran fine once you got it running.
It's because my Mac was like, you've not allowed sharing, so I had to close down Opera to come back onto it.
So
that was a bit of a...
You're just showing off because you've got a MacBook, and the rest of us are stuck here on laptops.
Mate, my MacBook's really old. I need a new one. I nearly got a new one the other week.
Do you not work for a company that sells MacBooks?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But Lou wanted to upgrade hers, and then she realised once she reset it, it was perfectly fine. So I lost out because I nearly got an upgrade there.
But hand me down.
Well, it's not that old, to be fair. It's just she'd filled it with rubbish.
I need to get a new laptop because we're running on one that's about 4 years old now, so we need to get a new one.
Did you mention about the internet? You did, didn't you?
I did mention about the internet.
Yeah,
yes, you were there when I was mentioning the internet. Were you not paying attention?
I was listening to everybody else and reading the chat. Have I still got a duck in the background? Yes, I have. All I could hear was quacking.
I'm now waiting for Carboot Chris to invite me to do the live commentary on his duck race. So I will be disqualifying entrants.
Right.
You will be.
Oh,
joint names.
If any of them look like they're overtaking my duck, disqualified. That's how it works.
So, let us know, chat, if it's something that you would like to see, because on one of those options down there, instead of ducks, there is movie monsters as well. So we can have a movie themed race every
Chris
now
tried
and
that
then.
one, didn't he? And it was like watching paint dry.
So if that do that, and I think the prize should be from the Monumental UK store, but obviously somebody has to pay for it first before they ship it out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, is
that
that one of those like 10% discounts that they get?
Yeah,
5% off.
5% off. Yeah. Well, what more?
I'll tell you what, Andrew. How about I use your multi-pie discount and I'll buy the year's worth of prizes for movie chats races from your store, and I'll get it at like 70% off.
Half off collection in person.
Lana, we'll take you going to Wrexham.
Anybody want a new duvet set?
Oh yeah.
If you want a new duvet set, leave a comment on this week's show for next week's duck race. We'll make it happen. So there you go. Jeff has put there that this is officially race 66 and 67 for Cookie and the Haydens. And they'll be entered into the official record books. So there you go.
Thank you. It was almost seamless.
So, getting back onto the reselling side of things, then, with charity shops obviously putting their prices up to make money for charities, rightly so, and I do agree. And the fact that they're doing a lot more online listing themselves now, because as we were dropping off some donations the other day, the bloke was just clearly at the back, just scanning into Ziffit and eBay and everything else and listing online.
Spot them a mile off, can't you?
Yeah, instead of putting them straight into the store. How have you guys changed your sourcing mentality? Obviously, without giving away your secrets, how have you changed your sourcing mentality?
So what I do now is I have a chap called Grant. He's lovely. And what he does is he brings me round the back, and then I go, right, I'll have this, and this, and it never hits the shelf.
He comes round the back?
Yeah, so I have avoided, I don't even look at, I will look at the stuff that's out the front.
Does that mean he comes from the rear?
He does. He fills me well.
It's a little bit of a reach around the back, Steve.
That explains it.
So yeah, it's all about the relationship you build. So that's me now. Everything I get now is from people that I've cultivated relationships with over the last few years. So I no longer need to go out and do sourcing trips or anything like that, because I just go get a phone call. Oh, we've got some new stuff in. Do you want to have a look through? Yes, I will. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, before Paula Marie answer the question, just to clarify, please go to Chris's last live stream 2 weeks ago. Leave your comments on Chris's video to enter Monday's duck race, because we are back on Cookie in the Hayden. So please go to Chris's last live stream. Lana has put the link in the chat there. Go and comment on that. Not now, after this. Don't all disappear all at once to go and leave your comment.
Please don't go.
Yeah, don't go. You know, we've got up to 43 viewers at some point today, so thank you very much. Go back and comment on Chris's last live stream 2 weeks ago and leave it there, and Chris will pick up there for the
Well,
duck race.
we're not greedy. If we can keep the 40 odd people on ours, and we'll do a Monday, then it's fine.
Monday at 8 o'clock, that'd be brilliant, won't it? That
we just need the 40 odd people just to stay with us.
Yeah, we have to give better content.
All you need to do is get Paula Marie live, and you get 40 people, don't you? So
If you got more chance to win a duck race on this Monday Night Lives.
Unless I disqualify you.
So go back to Chris's last live stream and leave your comments on there for the duck race next week.
Or watch. I tell you what, if you don't want to do that, go and watch my video that I've uploaded today of the Wrexham Victory Parade. Comment on that, you'll be in a duck race.
Really? Do you want to let Chris know that one, do you?
Yeah. all comments on that video, with Peter Hayes already entered because you commented on that video. All comments on that video will go towards the duck race, and I guarantee that each person who comments will win the duck race.
Right.
So, Paula Marie, going back to the question, what have you done to change your sourcing mentality?
Well, I mean, we the charity shops, we do like going around them, but yeah, the prices are quite ridiculous now, aren't they?
Yeah,
we do have the old charity shop, which is still quite good.
Yeah, we don't make a special trip, do we?
No,
If we're going somewhere and we're trying to kill a bit of time, then we'll have a look round the charity shop, but we don't ever say let's go, because it's not an effective way of sourcing for us. We don't get enough volume from.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah.
I don't know. I seen you go to a £1 sale and you're pulling out about 50 things.
Yeah,
that was a good one. That was a one-off. But we tend to. We probably source more from auction. I would have thought.
Yeah, auction houses.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It works out quite cheap for us then.
Just to be clear, there are no auction houses in a 50-mile radius of Wrexham. So don't.
I think it's I've got a few around here, and I wouldn't mind. I mean, I've never been to an auction house, so I wouldn't mind going and having a look at it and seeing how that works. Because I would imagine you can get some good stuff from that, especially around Wrexham area.
No.
No.
Right. No. No. There's no.
We did like a little auction series, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Which turned out to be about 7 videos, but it was sort of mainly for people that have never been to an auction. It sort of shows what to look for, what to do, and little tips and things like that.
I'll give them a watch. Thank you, guys. I'll watch that.
Because
we don't sneeze at the same time.
we went to a car auction once, and it was quite funny because you started the car off about 50 quid, and there was online bids or something. So it went from 50 quid to 500 quid dead quickly, and it was like, what's going on here?
Was Jeff bidding on it?
Yeah, Jeff was bidding against himself. He just kept swiping. You know, I'd hate to see Jeff on Tinder. But yeah, so we went to a car. It was the funniest thing ever because we were like, who the hell is bidding on these cars? Because no one in the auction place was putting their hand up. All of a sudden, the prices were going through the bloody roof. It was dead funny. The best thing about the auction though was the double cheeseburger that we got. That was ace. So it's a bit different. It's a bit different for Steve and I though, because obviously we're not in it for the reselling side of things. But I am noticing prices creeping up on stuff that they wouldn't normally put prices up on. Do you know, like the figures? They used to be like 10 for £1, and just to clear them, now they're £1 each and stuff like that, and it is creeping through. The DVDs and Blu-rays again. I've seen that the offers are stopping. Not many places now are doing 5 for £1 or whatever. They're individually placing the DVDs. Sourcing for me is probably Vinted at the moment. I'm addicted to Vinted and whatnot because of Chris.
Yeah.
I don't look on Vinted because we went a bit crazy with whatnot as well. It's really easy just to keep pressing. Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So I don't look on Vinted because it's too easy, I think, to get stuff.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm only got like maybe 3 people that I watch on Vinted, on whatnot, and it is. You got pre-bids on there, which I don't fully understand that, because it's almost like your maximum bid, and that is what you've bid, which is a bit strange. But I suppose if you want to chuck £30 on something and then just see if you win it.
Yeah, but that's not a maximum bid though. That's not like eBay.
It is a pre-bid. Your pre-bid is essentially your only bid. That's what I mean.
Your pre-bid is you starting that auction off at 30 quid when it's a £5.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
so
that would be whatever you're willing to pay, innit? Really.
Yeah, my problem is that, and Chris is probably laughing at me because he could probably see me do it, is that when I pre-bid on an item, I forget that I pre-bidded on it, and as soon as it comes up that that's the item that I want, and then it comes up and the Big Steve Movie Chats is running it, and I panic because I see your name and I swipe, and I'm like, but it's me, and I'm like, no, what are you doing? Oh, stop it!
I said it last week. The best thing about that for me is when people wait till the last second, like they're gonna snipe it. You can tell it's like a whole audience of eBayers.
Yeah, just waiting for that last minute.
Why are you doing that? It just resets the clock for about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Hang on. There are no poorly secured storage units in North Wales, right? There are snipers with very itchy trigger fingers posted at every entrance and on the roof of any storage units that I use. They're very well secured. Very well secured. You know when these rumors starting, people coming in trying to take my stuff. You can't get.
Are you seriously still trying this? Does this actually work?
Yes. You can't get.
I haven't seen a single person type 1 yet.
Well, give them a
just been through the whole reselling community.
Sometimes they message me individually.
That makes sense, yeah.
You know what you're saying about the DVDs, right? You can't get the deals anymore. The Bernardo's don't put them out anymore. So when they were doing 6 for £1, he said, look, we'd rather use the shelf space for stuff we can make more money on. Because if you think about it, a bunch of DVDs, 6 for £1, or say some board games that you can get 2 or 3 quid on, they're going to put the board games out. The tip shop doesn't do DVDs anymore. He said, oh, they were 10 for £1 there. It's brilliant. I used to make good money from that. He says, I can use the shelf space to sell stuff for more money on. Because they're so cheap now on World of Books or wherever else, they won't put them up unless they've got spare space. So
just type 1, but you might have a bit of a journey on your hands there, Andrew.
I'm having a free.
But he's Santa. He always empties his sack around, Andrew. No one wants to see me on Tinder. Jeff, go back and watch the episode of Drinking with Andrew where we all wrote his dating profile. That was the funniest bit of live YouTubing you'll ever see.
The best thing is, though, I got a match from that. I had a match. So we're texting her and she's replying back. She stopped replying after I said to her, what's your views on onions? She stopped after that. But it's okay, though, because I've got a date with your wife sorted. She's coming out with me, she says. We're having
Yeah,
tomato.
for a tomato soup date.
Oh. Yeah.
So hang on, I've got a date with Jeff, Uncle Albert, and Jeff's other account nurse says to take my pills.
I can't believe you still kept that name from last week.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
I don't know. So yeah, and just I'll write up Andrew's next Tinder profile. There you go. That's what we need to do. We need a good old fashioned drinking with Andrew where we actually drink alcohol and just cause mayhem.
And just see if you can write a new Tinder profile for him to refresh it.
Yeah. I don't like this drinking with Andrew when you talk reselling stuff because it's boring.
Well, I'm glad you're not saying that to an audience of resellers, Steve, because that would really annoy them.
Yeah. It was like last week. Lana pulled me up at the way that I said we're going to get some different resellers on next week. She said, you sounded really rude, like you were bored with last week's guest. I wasn't.
Well, they're not here now, have they? That's all I'm saying. You've not reinvited them, have you?
It was just the way it came out. I was meant to say.
None of them have come back. None of them have
come back. None of them were invited.
Funny enough, we lost 3 subs that evening. Just saying.
And I didn't mean it to come out that way, but when I was watching it back,
Paula Marie had better things to do last week and didn't watch that they're here.
It was when I watched it back, I went, oh shit, yeah, you're right there. That did sound a bit off.
The 2 most offensive people on YouTube on this side over there. That way.
Oh God!
You're welcome, mate. It's a compliment, Andrew.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Right. I think we're at that particular point now where we're going to call it a day. So, thank you. You don't need to check the clock, Steve. It's 27 minutes past.
I'm just thinking this is not bell time yet.
Never know. By the time I get through me outro and stuff like that, if you
all right, I'll put my feet up.
Now you're through me now. I'd just like to say thank you to our guests.
Just fall off your chair. Fall off your chair.
Yeah.
I was just about to say thank you to Andrew for coming on. Andrew, it's always a pleasure to have you on. So we do need to catch up and go out for a meal or some drinks sometime soon. It's been a while since we've been face to face. Paula Marie, thank you for coming on to Movie Chats for the first time, and I hope we haven't scared you off.
No. Thank you very much for inviting us on.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I've got a bone to pick with you, Marie.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a bone to pick with you, and it's just come to mind. You were part of the whole Grease 2 fiasco.
Grease 2 is amazing. You were so wrong when you were saying it wasn't good.
It's shit.
It's amazing. The songs were amazing.
No. It's up there with The Greatest Showman in terms of shit musicals.
Don't worry, I've got another copy for him as well. I've got another copy.
Seen The Greatest Showman.
No, we haven't actually watched The Greatest Showman.
I think the only people in the country that haven't seen it.
Now, go back and watch my review of The Greatest Showman. If you've watched my review and you agree with it, you don't need to watch it.
It's a travesty.
You know,
when you were asleep, we did watch it. You were asleep.
I did a service to the whole of mankind by getting rid of that copy of The Greatest Showman. Go back and watch the review of The Greatest Showman. It was hilarious. The stick I got for that was brilliant. So I'd just like to say thank you to our guests for coming on. And this is the last week that we are covering for Chris and Bell. We are back on 8 o'clock.
They'll have another holiday in about a month, won't they?
Yeah.
When they're moving.
There's that as well. That's a good epic 3-week thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll be back in the summer. But we are back over on Cookie and Hayden's at Monday at 8 o'clock. So please go back to Chris's last live stream. Leave a comment on that. Leave a like comment on this video because that helps YouTube push our content out.
Comment on Wrexham's victory parade.
Please, guys. Did he say he was doing a whatnot on Wednesday?
No, he's watching.
I don't know, but it's what that Wednesday. I'll be really disappointed if he doesn't.
And then he's probably got, let's say he's probably got a live maybe on a Thursday, and then he'll probably have some more content out during the weekend.
For stuff that he's already sold, but he's showing us the pickups and how cheap he bought that. Yeah.
Whatever you were going to buy on Wednesday, on Saturday, you'll know how much you paid for it.
Right. So, Andrew, Paula Marie, please stay on afterwards. We'd like to have a chat after the show is finished. If you haven't already, please leave a like on the video, and better yet, go and subscribe to us, please. We are on 489 subscribers, I think.
Oh,
so we are close to that 500 mark. We'd like to be at 1,000 at the end of the year, but we're miles away from that. And let's face it, we're small fry compared to all you guys, so you can afford to hit that sub button. Right, and on that note, we'll see you all on our next live on Thursday. So see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
So if you want to check out other videos, you can check out one that looks like this one, or one that looks like this one. I'm not going to say that they're good videos, but they are worth checking out. So which one are you going to watch? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, I don't know if that was a dodgy wink or I've just got something in my eye. Go and check these out.